What if I told you everything you've been told about the pyramids is wrong? What if the greatest mystery in human history is hiding something we're not ready to find? For over 4,600 years, one structure has stood in the desert, silently challenging everything we think we know about human capability. The Great Pyramid of Giza isn't just old, it's impossibly precise, overwhelmingly massive, and still completely mysterious. Imagine placing over 2.3 million stone blocks, some weighing as much as 50 tons, with such accuracy that even modern technology struggles to replicate it. No cranes, no engines, no steel. Just human hands, or at least that's what we've been told. But here's the real question. How did they actually do it? Because the deeper you look, the stranger it gets. This wasn't just a tomb, it was a statement, a message carved into stone, designed to outlive empires, civilizations, even memory itself. Built for a king who believed he was a god, the pyramid wasn't meant to last centuries, it was meant to last forever. And somehow, it almost has. The story begins with a man named Khufu, a ruler of immense power, leading one of the richest civilizations on Earth. He didn't just want to be remembered, he wanted to be immortal, not metaphorically, literally. And for that, he needed something no one had ever built before, something perfect, something eternal. But ambition alone doesn't build wonders. Khufu needed a mind capable of turning the impossible into reality. That mind belonged to Hemiunu, a genius architect, born into power, but remembered for something far greater, designing one of the most advanced structures in human history. This wasn't just stacking rocks. This was engineering at a level that still confuses experts today. Inside the pyramid, hidden behind massive stone walls, lies a network of chambers and corridors. 3 burial chambers, each with a purpose. One underground as a backup plan in case the king died early. Another concealed, protected from thieves. And the final one, the king's chamber, constructed from enormous granite blocks transported from hundreds of kilometers away, fitted together so perfectly that not even a razor blade can slide between them. Think about that. Thousands of years ago, without modern tools, they achieved a level of precision that feels unnatural. And then there's the Grand Gallery, a massive ascending corridor with towering ceiling. For years, no one understood why it existed. It seemed almost excessive until new theories began to emerge. But before we get there, let's talk about the biggest mystery of all. How did they lift those stones? The most widely accepted theory is also the simplest: ramps. Picture this, thousands of workers pulling massive stone blocks up a long sloping ramp. It sounds reasonable. After all, ramps were used in ancient construction all the time. Tie ropes around a block, gather enough people, and pull. Simple, right? Not quite. Because as the pyramid grows taller, the ramp has to grow longer. To keep the slope manageable, the ramp would need to stretch over 1 kilometer. And to build that ramp, you need more material than the pyramid itself. Let that sink in. A structure larger than the pyramid, just to build the pyramid. And yet, no trace of such a ramp has ever been found. So maybe the ramp didn't go straight. What if it spiraled around the pyramid instead, like a winding mountain road, wrapping around the structure as it rises? It sounds clever, efficient, even elegant, but there's a problem. If the ramp wraps around the pyramid, it blocks the view of the structure's edges. And without a clear line of sight, maintaining perfect alignment becomes nearly impossible. A tiny error at the base could result in massive deviations at the top. And yet, the Great Pyramid is almost perfectly aligned to the cardinal directions. So if not a straight ramp and not a spiral ramp, this is where things get interesting. In the late 20th century, a French engineer proposed something radically different. What if the ramp wasn't outside the pyramid at all, but inside it? At first, it sounds absurd, but the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. Imagine building the lower portion of the pyramid using a short external ramp, just enough to get started. Then, once the structure reaches a certain height, dismantle that ramp and use its materials to build an internal pathway, a hidden ramp that zigzags upward inside the pyramid itself. Now the workers can move stones upward without needing massive external structures. The pyramid essentially builds itself from the inside out. And those mysterious gaps and anomalies inside the pyramid, they might not be random at all. They could be remnants of this internal system turning points where workers maneuvered massive blocks through tight corners. But that's not even the most fascinating part. Remember the Grand Gallery? What if it wasn't just a corridor, but a machine? Some researchers believe it functioned as a counterweight system. Picture a massive stone being pulled up from the outside, connected by ropes to a heavy load inside the Grand Gallery. As the internal weight descends, it pulls the external block upward, like a giant ancient elevator. Suddenly, moving 50-ton stones doesn't require hundreds of workers, just clever engineering. And there's physical evidence to support this. Marks and wear patterns inside the Grand Gallery suggest that something heavy was repeatedly moving through. But even this theory doesn't answer everything. Because in 2024, a discovery changed the conversation entirely. Scientists found evidence of an ancient branch of the Nile River that once flowed right next to the pyramids. Today, the area is dry desert, but thousands of years ago, it may have been a lush, water-rich environment, which means transporting those massive stones might have been much easier than we thought. Instead of dragging them across miles of sand, builders could have floated them on boats directly to the construction site. Efficient, logical, revolutionary. But then comes the most controversial idea of all. What if water didn't just move the stones horizontally, but vertically? Some researchers now suggest that the Egyptians may have used a form of hydraulic lift, a water-powered elevator. It sounds like science fiction, but the concept is surprisingly simple. Imagine a vertical shaft inside the pyramid. At the bottom, a platform floats on water. Workers load heavy stones onto it. By controlling the water level, adding or draining water, they can raise or lower the platform. No massive workforce required, just physics. If true, this would completely rewrite our understanding of ancient technology. But there's a catch. There's no definitive proof, and that's the pattern you start to notice. Every theory explains part of the puzzle, but none explain all of it. And maybe that's what makes the Great Pyramid so fascinating. Not just what we know, but what we don't. Because despite centuries of study, we've never found the original plans. No blueprints, no detailed instructions, nothing. This is a civilization that documented everything. Tax records, poems, daily transactions. And yet, the plans for one of the greatest achievements in human history are missing. Lost, destroyed, hidden, no one knows. And then, as if the mystery wasn't deep enough, scientists made another discovery. Using advanced scanning technology, they detected a massive void inside the pyramid. A hidden space, untouched and unexplored. What's inside? A structural feature? A hidden chamber? Or something even more significant? Some believe it could be the real burial place of Khufu himself. Because here's another twist. His mummy has never been found. The king who built a monument to eternal life vanished without a trace. And maybe that's the point. The Great Pyramid isn't just a structure, it's a question, a challenge, a reminder that even in an age of satellites and supercomputers, there are still mysteries we haven't solved. So the next time you see an image of the pyramids, don't just see stone, see the question, see the ambition, see the possibility that ancient humans may have understood things we're only beginning to rediscover. Because the truth is, we still don't know how they did it. And maybe that's what makes it the greatest mystery of all. If this made you see the pyramids differently, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around, because the next mystery might be even more unbelievable.